Mark Lamar, and this is Never Mind the Buzzcocks, the pop quiz that says, he ain't heavy, that's just water retention. Our first team captain is a comedian who once directed videos for Kirsty MacColl and is largely responsible for where she is today, in the bargain bin at Woolworths. Phil Jupitus. And leading the other team is a comedian who's just completed a nationwide tour, and next month he's doing all the Abbey Nationals as well. Sean Hughes. On Phil's team's Ashley Slater, lead singer with Freak Power. He also played trombone in an army band and with the London Symphony Orchestra. Phil's other guest is singer Cathy Dennis, who once achieved 10 consecutive top 40 hits. Her latest album saw her working with no less a legend than Ray Davies of the Kinks. Please welcome Cathy and Ashley, Phil's team. On Sean's team, Shovel from M People. He's the Manchester band's percussionist and got his strange name from the time he worked on building sites. And Sean's other guest is comedian Graham Norton. As co-presenter of the late-night sex quiz Carnal Knowledge, he helped educate insomniacs everywhere. They all switched over to the Open University. There's Shovel and Graham. We open up the show with freeze frame. We play each team part of a pop video, then pause it just before something strange happens. All the teams have to do is tell us what happens. Phil, Ashley and Cathy, this first one's for you. We go back to 1983 and the sadly but perhaps wisely underrated Bonnie Tyler. What happened straight after that?
Turn around bright eyes is a very dangerous thing to say when you're in a room with choir boys, isn't it? What do you reckon?
I think all the those dudes go off and become orbital in the next frame.
It's an idea.
So what do you think the actual answer is?
Stuff
Michael
from
Jackson
YouTube.
appears in the background.
Leave it.
Fondling them.
Yeah, you would. You would bloody turn around if he arrived, wouldn't you? I think that one of the choir children flies towards the camera, Mark.
Well, this is what actually happened.
It is.
You're quite right, a spooky choir boy does a vertical takeoff and landing. That choir boy was actually recreating the moment when he was first goosed by the then Bishop of Gloucester. So, I'm going to give you 2 points for that. It's completely right. That was Bonnie Tyler, the Welsh chanteuse with a distinctive gravelly face. So, Sean's team, your video comes from 1992 and features a strange tale about a chap who mislaid his manhood. This is King Missile with Detachable Penis.
I can for the life of me. Around my apartment and I couldn't find it, so I called up the place where the party was. They hadn't seen it either. I asked them to check the medicine cabinet because for some reason I leave it there sometimes, but not this time.
So, what happens next?
Not sure, but it's the kind of tune that will stay in my head, no doubt. I've been the one arrested at the bus stop going, detachable penis.
Were those Cathy Dennis's lips? It looked ever so like the video we saw earlier, wasn't it? With the red... No, we're guessing not from that look. Cathy says no.
I would never be seen wearing that colour.
What, but you would sing a song go to detachable penis?
And that's the point as well, that poor fella's mislaid his penis, and the last thing you need is that woman just reminding him of it. She's just going, detachable penis. Would you help me look for the bloody thing?
What you should have done if he keeps on losing, you should, when you lose your keys and you have that one beep if you whistle.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he's like slipped down his settee and screws it back on.
Whenever you mislaid it, it's always staring you, you know. I have to admit, I know the answer to this, because actually what happens next is I burst into the flat with a small plastic carrier bag and saying, look, you can't trap me into a relationship. All right.
Well, did you think like that thing in relationships when someone comes around your house and leaves their coat behind? You think someone had left a knob in your flat?
Yeah. I was just thinking, does Gillian Tailforth come in and go, I've got it?
He comes in and goes, hello, I've been hiding it.
Well, obviously we've never seen it before, but we assume he finds his
He's
penis.
got to find it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he finds
can't
it.
carry on with that.
Otherwise I wouldn't have got on the telly if it didn't have a happy ending.
Well, let's see what actually happened.
I asked them to check the medicine cabinet because for some reason I leave it there sometimes, but not this time. So I told them if it popped up, a few people who were at the party.
Yep, you're quite right. Our hero finds his detachable penis and attaches it, so 2 full points there. Detachable penis was, of course, available on all formats, although the most popular was the 12-inch version, with very few takers for the mini disc. So, at the end of that round, we're 2-2. Round 2 is our intros round. Each captain and a musical guest perform the intro to a song using sounds but no words while their teammate attempts to work out what the song is. So, Sean and Shovel, here are the songs that you've got to perform. To Graham, you've got 4 to do, and there's a point for each one.
Don't be looking.
I'm not looking, I'm not looking.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ooh,
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom,
Daddy!
boom, 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 boom.
It's Marvin Gaye, and it's one of his fine hits.
No, let's pass it over. Very easy.
Heard it through the grapevine.
Heard it through the grapevine. 1 point to their team.
The great
I know this. I know the Shiny Happy People.
Yeah.
It was Shiny Happy People by R.E.M.
How clever am I? Thank you.
Detachable penis.
You're distracting me.
That's the whole song.
Yes, I know. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to pass it over. Do you know
Oh,
what it is?
it's
Blockbuster by the Sweet.
It is. Oh, my God. All the way there. So the final one.
Boom, boom, boom. How's it go? Okay, that's it. One in it.
I think we got the wrong song. Let's hear how that's supposed to have been done.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
You got the PG.
I'm going to pass it over and know about extra clues.
Connected stereos?
No, it's Step It Up by the Stereos.
I knew that.
They were doing Connected. So a couple of points to each side there. The songs were I Heard It Through the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye. Both Marvin Gaye and his dad were rumoured to be cross-dressers. Marvin was shot by his father in 1984. Apparently he bowled his dad's boob tube without asking. The other songs were Blockbuster by The Sweet and Shiny Happy People by R.E.M. R.E.M. get their name from an involuntary reaction during sleep, and sleep gets its name from an involuntary reaction to R.E.M. And the last one was Step It Up by the Stereo MCs. Phil and Ashley, it's your turn now. We've got 4 for you to ham up towards Kathy.
Right, let's go.
Okay, right.
Ready?
There's a lot of spit coming out.
Got that bit.
Three different intros.
It's very hard for Kathy to concentrate when she's covered in
No,
saliva.
I can see it.
Do you know what it is, Kathy?
Can I just have another 4 seconds?
No, you've had about an hour and a half. I'm going to pass it
Blue Monday.
Blue Monday by you.
I was going to say electronic because I could see his
Well,
face.
it's not
but,
them.
no, but it's the same guy.
Yeah, but it's a different song and band.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What it is, I'm
No, I'll
sorry.
pass it over. Very easy one.
Crazy Horses.
Crazy Horses by the Osmonds. Well done. What?
Boo, 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 boo.
What is it? Do you know what it is?
Bjork. Oh, it's oh so quiet.
Yeah, well.
Just join in with me when I get
Let's just swap over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dum 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 down 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 down.
Madonna.
And what song?
Material Girl.
Material Girl. Well done.
Yes.
So 2 points to you at the end of that. What we heard was Blue Monday by New Order, leading exponents of the Manchester sound, which is of course car alarms, breaking glass and running footsteps. Crazy Horses by the Osmonds, who were Mormons, a religion which permits polygamy and other unusual sexual practices. So now we know what puppy love was all about. It's Oh So Quiet by Bjork, and finally Material Girl by Madonna. Madonna's baby was born by caesarean section. The baby apparently wanted to dodge any photographers lurking outside the normal exit. So at the end of that round, it's 6-all. If you've ever listened to the same part of a song over and over again and still completely failed to work out what the words are, don't worry, help is at hand, because this is our indecipherable lyrics round. We play each team a famous song in which the words aren't altogether clear, and what the teams have to do is tell us what words are actually sung. 2 points if you get it dead right, and 1 if you're within a mile. So Sean's team, we take you back to Michael Jackson and his brothers performing Rockin' Robin.
Ooh.
He looks a lot like Michael Jackson, that young fella. What they should get is a clever lawyer, and all you have to do is make him plead no guilty. Is go, who's bad? And go, I'm bad. Guilty. Yeah.
Any idea what the lyrics might have been?
Yeah, well,
that?
A rough idea.
This was the first record you ever bought, wasn't it, Trouble?
Yeah.
So what did you sing along to it then?
Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin. Like everyone else.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not that.
Right, all right. Now, how about this one then? The Robins and the Ravens in the park bandstand, talking and a rocking, saying it was grand. Started going steady and bless my soul. Couldn't find the buzzard and the Oriole.
Yeah, sure.
What was it?
Well, let's say you sing that along with the Jackson 5.
Talking and a rocky, saying it was grand. Started going steady and bless my soul. Couldn't find the buzzard and the Oriole. If we had more time, I'd do the moon dance across here.
We'll make time.
Go on. Yes! Oh! He is a god! He is a god!
That was, of course, the Van Morrison moon dance, not the... That was very close. The actual lyrics were, a pretty little raven at the bird bandstand taught him how to do the bop, and it was grand. They started going steady, and bless my soul, he outbopped the buzzard and the Oriole. So 1 point. At the time of Rockin' Robin, Michael Jackson was only a 13-year-old boy, and God, he really fancied himself back then. Michael Jackson recently split from Lisa Marie Presley due to irreconcilable differences. He wanted to have children, and she wanted to call the police.
Can I do a moonwalk?
It didn't get us any points, but feel free.
Yeah.
That's because it wasn't very good.
But that's
I wouldn't say that.
Now you must do it.
Steady, you Cockneys. Look what you've got us into now.
No, don't applaud. That is a woman walking backwards. That's not a moonwalk. Oh, let's all get up and do moonwalks.
Oh, God. Anyone remember that? Yes. Come on. Oh, the moonwalk.
Phil's team, watch this. It's Tenpole Tudor's finest 3 minutes.
Deep in the castle, back for
were Swords of a Thousand Men, that much is clear at least, but what exactly was Eddie singing? And this is probably a good point in the show to make fun of my hair.
Well, they are something of a Mark Lamar tribute band, aren't they? It starts off...
Viva Picasso, definitely.
Viva Picasso, yeah. It's an art tribute number.
Obviously. And then Back from the War, Batteries in My Baby.
Yeah, Batteries in My Baby. We'd like to say now, for goodness sake, don't put batteries in your baby. They run on their own. Of course, early on in that, I did hear he sang this song where he went, "It's that Iranian Stones." The Iranian Stones, a tribute band. You know, kids on women.
Hand on.
I heard the line, barrel of fudge and a shawl.
Barrel of fudge and a shawl.
In there.
We're a barrel of fudge and a shawl.
See, I love barrel of fudge and a shawl. Like, they're all on the boat just going, well, I don't have a barrel of fudge and we go ashore.
Right, what I think it is Deep in the Castle and Back from the Wars.
Yes.
Back with My Baby, the fire-burning tool. Hoorah, went the men down below. All our stories are written in stone.
Or snow.
Or snow. Hear them shout, hear them roar. We thought we had a barrel of...
Fudge.
Well, I think it's much, much more, but Kathy's sticking with fudge.
OK, well, can we hear that over the song?
Deep in the castle, back from the war, back with my baby and the fire burning tall. Hoorah, when the men down below, all our stories written in stone. Hear them shout, hear them roar, we thought we had a barrel of
Fudge.
much more.
The actual lyrics were deep in the castle and back from the wars,
Got that.
back with my baby and the fire burned tool.
Yeah.
Hurrah went the men down below.
Yeah.
All outside was the rain and the snow.
Ah,
Oh, I
bollocks.
thought snow.
Hear their shouts, hear their roars. They probably all had a barrel of fudge. It says they probably they probably all had a barrel or much, much more. Tenpole Tudor were fronted by Edward Tudor Pole, who's hoorah, 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 hey, over the hill and presenting the Crystal Maze. So, at the end of that round, it's evens again, 7 points to both teams. Our next round is our identity parade, where we ask the team to point the finger at and identify pop stars from the past. Phil's team, remember Musical Youth?
Yes.
I certainly hope so, because our ID parade tonight includes one Dennis Seaton, who used to sing with the band. And for the audience only, the teams obviously don't see this, here's Dennis and the rest of his playgroup performing their #1, Pass the Dutchie, from 1982.
Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go done. It was a cool and lonely, breezy afternoon. How does it feel when you got no food?
So, 5 to choose from, but only one of them mimed outside the Houses of Parliament for 2 points. Which one is the real Dennis Seaton?
Rum diddly diddly bung.
Oh, one of their ears pricked up, I'm sure it did.
Not another dance, Kathy, please.
I don't think touching's
Can I
allowed,
ask
is
you
it?
to pass this pen to the left-hand side?
Watch them passing to the left hand.
see who
Just pass
does it best.
to the left-hand side. To the left hand.
Oh, number 5 tried to pass it back to the right, didn't he?
I think he did.
Bit of a clue there.
Excluded.
To be fair, they were children when they're on top of the pops.
Well, there'd be no point having it if they looked exactly the same now, would it?
I think it's #5.
I'm still into #3.
I think it's #1 because I noticed he was grooving along to the music.
OK, so it's 1, 3 and 5 then of
That's
the
it.
5.
That's
Well, I'm the captain, #5.
All right then.
All right, well, let's see. Would the real Dennis Seaton please step forward? Dennis Seaton. Sean's team, your job is to recognise 2 members of a band who had 10 top 10 hits in the 70s. And for the audience only, here are the great Shawaddy Waddy and their rendition of When from 1977. We're after the singers Dave Bartram and Rod Dees.
When I say be mine, if you will, I know I'll be fine. When will you be mine?
5 blokes notes to choose from, but only 2 of them wore the brothel creepers of glory. So for 2 points, Sean's team, which ones are Dave Bartram and Rod Dees?
Definitely number 5.
Yeah, 5, definitely.
And then...
I think 3 is the sort of showbiz twinkle in his eye, don't you think?
I was a big fan. I still am. And it isn't number 2 because none of them are that tall.
Yeah. Or
Unless they've grown since.
Or violent looking.
So, Sean, would you mind telling us which ones they were?
5, definitely, and we're having a stab, and we mean in a nice sense at 3.
5 and 3. Would the real Shawnee Waddy members please step forward? Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Bartram and Rod Dees. So, at the end of that round, Phil's team have 7 points and Sean's team have 8. Our next round is called the Mars Bar round. Many myths and legends and scurrilous rumours have grown up around pop music. And in this round, the teams have to sort fact from fiction. We'll show each team a pop star and 3 objects, one of which is connected to a true story about them. The team's job, obviously, is to tell us what the story is. So, Sean's team, here's the lardy Greek, Demis Roussos, warbling in an embroidered tent. But which of these 3 objects is the clue to the story? The Ayatollah Khomeini, an electric razor, or a pint jug?
Did he used to eat all those 3 things before he went on stage?
I know this one. The Ayatollah done backing vocals on his last album.
The Ayatollah got Michael Jackson's hair as part of the deal.
He could have signed up for the Ayatollah's diet plan, where you lose weight by lopping bits of your body off. And it's not the jug, because that's that Mark Almond story. Obviously.
Which one?
What's
the
that?
pint jug.
Which one?
It's got to be the Ayatollah.
I'll give you a point for that. I'll pass it over. Do you know what the story is then?
Is it anything to do with the Muslim religion and Demis? I don't know if he wrote the song, but the song was about their god.
Forever and ever you'll be my love. The answer is the Ayatollah Khomeini, and the truth is that in June 1985, Demis Roussos went on a TWA flight that was hijacked by Islamic fundamentalists. And there he is threatening to sing at the press conference. It was a memorable flight for Demis in many ways. He was hijacked and he became the founder member of the Mile Wide Club. Phil's team. Your rock and roll legend concerns fun-loving Kevin Rowland and Dexys Midnight Runners, shown here on Top of the Pops. So, which of these 3 things is inextricably linked by a rock legend to the Dexys? Is it a clothes peg, a set of darts, or a hamster?
Is it that Kevin Rowland's got a big wheel at his house that he exercises in? And before gigs he stuffs food into his cheeks, which is why he sings like that. You go, do they sell pegs now because they're not doing quite so well?
What you mean from that gypsy image they used to have?
They never actually toured, you know, they just kept getting moved on. I think it was the darts.
Why?
Because of Jockey Wilson.
Yeah. Yes, of course, yes. They did
Top of the Pops. Yeah, you're quite right. 2 points. The answer is the darts. And let's see the true story. The song was called Jackie Wilson Says, after the 60s soul singer. Unfortunately, a hard-of-hearing BBC technician misheard the title, and so the band performed in front of a picture of Jockey Wilson, the darts player. 2 full points there. Well done. Later on, there was an even more embarrassing mix-up when they put up the wrong photo to illustrate Come On Eileen. Famously, when Dexys Midnight Runners first appeared, Kevin Rowland set out a manifesto of what they hoped to achieve, which would end up with the storming of Parliament. In fact, they ended up writing the theme tune to Brushstrokes. At the end of that round, the scores are 9-all. Our final round is called Next Lines, and there's a ton of points to be won. I'll be quoting lines from well-known songs to each side, and all they have to do is say what the next line of the lyric is. There's a point for each one, and I'm going to start with Sean's team. Your 90 seconds starts now. No woman.
No crime.
You fill up my senses.
You certainly do.
Like a night in the forest. John Denver and his song. No, 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 no.
There's no limit.
You're gorgeous. I'd do anything for you.
Thank you.
Oh. You're gorgeous, baby bird. She ain't no witch.
She's my mother.
And I love the way she twitched. That's T-Rex, what love. Is that the trees are rustling or the hinges of the gate?
Oh, it's probably both.
I don't think there's any windmills on my mind.
No, it's Ernie's ghostly gold tops are rattling in there. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name.
And I wouldn't like to do it again.
No. It felt too good. It felt good.
Rhymes. Give me a...
Little Willie won't go home.
Detachable penis.
Even better, and you can't push Willie where Willie won't go. The sweet little Willie. Been spending most our lives...
In bed?
Living in a gangster's paradise. The only boy who could ever teach me...
Died.
No, the only boy who could ever teach me...
The son of a preacher man. I blame you for the moonlit sky.
And the...
For the moonlit sky.
And the dreams of God, it was Tasman Archer and Sleeping Satellite. You managed to score 2 in that 90 seconds. Which means Phil's team, if you can get 3, you've won the game. The 90 seconds starts now. Music was my first love.
And it'll
Be my last.
It only takes a minute, girl.
To fall in love.
Strumming my fate with his fingers.
Twitching my life with his nerve.
Singing my life with his words. It's only words.
And words don't come easy.
And words are all I have to take your heart away.
that.
Bee Gees. And they call it puppy love.
But I guess they'll never know.
Just because we're in our teens.
It'll never be.
Because I'm moving on up.
Moving on out.
Moving on up.
Yep. No interest, is it? I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's?
And she said,
I remember that film.
No, they did the mash.
They did the Monster Man.
Ashes to ashes, funk to funky.
Major Tom's a junkie.
Yep. I would go out tonight.
I'm sure you would, Mark.
but I said I'm not going to wear...
I'll give you that one, Stitch to wear. My lucky number's 2.
my lucky number.
Well done. Even though you sell your soul, your conscience will be mine or mine.
Anyone? Anybody?
It's quack quack, for diddly quack quack, from standing with it. The ones that ain't good looking.
Usually go around Sean's house.
But they go to yours, they're the ones that do the best cooking. That's how Moments and Whatnots goes. 2 little boys had 2 little toys. I'm sure you knew what it was. Which means at the end of that, Sean's team have 11 and Phil's team are the winners with 16. It was good, man. It was fun. So, thanks to Sean, Shovel and Graham, Phil, Ashley and Kathy, and well done to Phil's team. You've been watching Never Mind the Buzzcocks.
Till the next time, thank you!
I've been Mark Lamar. Good night.